Hello, my name is Piper Viper. I've been hanging around the Destiny subreddits for a while now, and I'm a big fan of those deep dive analysis posts on Crucible Playbook. I like analyzing things on paper, even if it doesn't work out that way in game. I feel like Destiny's at its best when my weapon choice not only feels effective, but also resembles creative expression. Finding effective loadouts before it's cool, these are the moments I live for in Destiny. So naturally, for most of my research, I turned to the Destiny 2 Massive Breakdown Weapon Stat Sheet posted by Mercules. I'm sure many of you are familiar, but for those who are not, this is the most important of the Destiny 2 PvP holy texts. It breaks down time to kill for every weapon archetype. I specifically use this page, the Archetype Time to Kill Comparison tool. It allows you to compare archetypes directly along with damage modifiers. It even has an accuracy adjustment for time to kill to factor in ease of use. This is a fantastic tool that I think everyone should utilize. However, I found it lacking in one particular area that I was wildly interested in: range. This put me on the hunt for a resource to analyze damage drop-off. The best resource I found was from a Reddit user and YouTuber by the name of Monex. He has done his own massive breakdown of damage drop-off across all primary weapon archetypes in Destiny 2. He has detailed graphs to demonstrate how they intersect. This is fantastic stuff, and I cannot thank him enough for this information. However, being the stat nerd I am, I wanted to take this further. I wanted to know how this affected time to kill, and I wanted the ability to compare this to other weapons like in the massive weapon breakdown sheet. So naturally, I did just that. Here's an older version of the massive breakdown sheet where I modify the archetype comparison tool to compare time to kill at various distances. You can enter the distance away from the target at the top. You can even enter individual range stats for each weapon archetype you're comparing. I even added zoom at one point, but I've discovered my numbers for those were completely incorrect at the time. All of this was only possible because Monex recorded not only where the damage drop-off starts, but also where the damage drop-off ends for each weapon type. I've been rather content with what I've achieved here. However, this is still using an older version of the spreadsheet it was based on. Not only would I like to update it to the latest version and add accurate zoom modifiers, but I would also like to increase the number of data points to improve accuracy and discover other variables involved in damage drop-off. Monex has accumulated a modest amount of data. I wanted a bit more, so I started my own measurements, and I found the task to be very daunting and time-consuming. And figuring that others might want to dive into this data as well, an idea came to mind. I can make this a collaborative project. I figured there might be a few people out there who are as data hungry as I am. Why not do this together? So if you have any interest in analyzing damage drop-off, please consider contributing via this form I made. All the results are added to a shared spreadsheet that you can copy and use as you please. This form I made might look a little intimidating, but bear with me, many fields are optional. Detailed results are fantastic, and I'll take them. Personally, mine will be quite detailed, but I'm interested in a large data set. Making this thorough was a goal, but I also want this to be reasonably quick and painless. In fact, I made a tool to create pre-filled forms so you can fill out entries more rapidly. I really hope you'll consider contributing to this project. I have put a lot of time and effort into this, and I would love to see it used to create something great. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. The rest is just an instructional video to demonstrate how the distances in the form are supposed to be measured. Again, this is probably overkill, so please remember that only steps 1 and 4 are required to fill out the form. First, we need to find the initial drop-off point. That is the point at which you no longer deal maximum damage. Notice that I am trying to hit the same spot on the ogre consistently. That is because every limb on the ogre is a different distance from the player. As we find here, the initial drop-off point is at 26 meters. For our second step, we're going to find where Darcy starts to read 26 meters while walking backward from the target. Next, we are going to count our steps backwards until we hit the drop-off point. To make this more precise, I am using a 10 millisecond macro mapped to the W and S keys. I am also crouch walking to increase the resolution of the measurement. Here I have counted 14 steps backwards from where the 26th meter starts. Our next step is to find where Darcy reads just beyond 26 meters. Next, we are going to count our steps forward until we reach the drop-off point. Here I have counted 6 steps forward from where the 27th meter starts. Now that we've counted our steps, the more precise measurement comes out to be 26.7 meters. Our fourth step will be to find the final drop-off point. This is the point at which damage values no longer decrease. Again, notice that I am trying to aim consistently at the same spot on the ogre. Here we find the drop-off point is 65 meters. Next, we are going to find where Darcy starts to read the 65th meter when walking backwards from the target. Now we are going to count our steps backwards until we hit the final drop-off point. Here I've only counted 4 steps backwards from where the 65th meter starts. Now, coming into our final step, we need to find where the 65th meter ends. Finally, we count our steps forward until we hit that drop-off point. Here I counted 17 steps forward. Now that we have those measurements, we can calculate that the more precise measurement is 65.19 meters.